Hello and welcome to my second devlog of my game Loopbit. In my last devlog I made the foundation of the multiplayer system and already got basic multiplayer working. Since the previous devlog I've scrapped all of that. The multiplayer implementation was just garbage. Since then I redid all of this and massively improved it. I want to tell you a bit about what problems my previous solution had and how my new solution improves upon it. This will be a bit technical, so if you don't care about this stuff, you can skip to this timecode. The message distribution was the first problem. There was just one callback for every function. That meant each function then also had to check if the incoming package is actually meant for them. This resulted in a ton of unnecessary and tangled code. The second problem was that I serialized all message objects to JSON and then converted the text into a byte array to send it over the network. Now this is bad because it results in huge packages. I think the player position package was around 200 bytes with just one player. For my new project I decided to do the smart thing and build a solid networking foundation first. I created the iByte serializer interface. Each object that needs to be sent over the network must implement this interface. It requires methods to turn the object into bytes and back. My first implementation was quite bad and allocated a lot of memory, but after some iterations and also some unsafe code, I made it run really fast without any memory allocations. Now with all of this said, let's talk about the gameplay. In my previous devlog you were able to tap and move to a new position. Now I also implemented that when you place your new loop over someone else's dot, you kill them. Because this is quite hard to line up, I also implemented that you can slow down your dot. This made aiming way easier, almost too easy. So as a countermeasure I limited the time you can slow down your dot. You fill up your loop while slowing down, and when your loop is full you get flung into a random direction. This is meant as a small punishment to the player because then he is no longer in range of the other player and basically missed their chance. But I also realized that this is actually quite useful for getting out of dangerous situations, so I added that you can also fling yourself in any direction anytime. Now with all of these movement possibilities I think a lot of interesting gameplay moments can happen. Then I also added very stupid bots. They're only really meant for testing because building my game for every change I make takes quite a lot of time. Also I added blocks to limit the playfield so you can't just wander off into the sunset and never be seen again by any other player. And be sad, because now you're lonely and no one is gonna talk to you. Now that's all I have for this devlog. In my next devlog I hopefully add a ton of visual effects because just look at it, currently looks really bland, and I hope this will spice it up a bit. With all of this said, thanks for watching, consider subscribing and see you in the next devlog. See ya!